Welcome back to the Vino rod. Well, I'm going to be working on the other side, prepping that to hang that 29 Ford Model A door on this 31 Ford Model A cowl. So here's one that I've hung already on the driver's side. Got the hinges set, got the wood here chiseled down for a jam. I've got a pretty good alignment here. I've stripped the door all the way down, got the jam separated from the door skin, cleaned them up, and I've added the jam back in place. I built this interior, top and bottom, where on the door skin I had to cut this portion out, and the interior wasn't going to work with as far as this rocker here goes and any of this interior. What I did was I'm following along at the height of the top of this, and then the height of this B-pillar jam. So now this is the height of the B-pillar jam, and this is the height of the body of the top of the car. And this is right here where I don't have my latch with me, but it's a flush bolt. It's the locking mechanism. So, yeah. Hang on, I've scrounged up another part. So what I ended up scrounging up, and I'll put it in the video, what this is off of. It's off of a crash bar, Panic Hardware, they call it. So it's on a door, usually commercial doors. Well, obviously all commercial doors. So what I did is, this is the interior piece. This is the part that you'll hit with your hand to open the door, which they call it a Panic Hardware or emergency exit. And it comes with this cover piece. So what I did with this was I knocked out the dents and I took the scratches out. That's why I took it off, so I could sand and take the dents out of it, since I replaced this. And so this will snap back on. So I've got this just to protect these flanges here. It's aluminum. And so, like I said, that'll snap back over. So what I'm going to end up doing is, the part that I like about this so much is that there's so much of this car that I've worked on material, and after looking at it for a while, I'll determine how I can use it. Well, in this case, I'm going to build a panel for this, and I was looking for door handles. I actually Googled custom door handles for a hot rod, whatever, and take this off here, kind of give you a better idea what it looks like on this edge here. So what I'm going to end up doing is, I've set in the car and I've gotten a pretty good idea. And what I'm going to do is set this in about this situation right here. I'll just put it up. I'll put it up high so it sits flat. But I'm thinking about this area right here. So this is going to work as two things. Possibly an armrest, and then I'll be able to grab and pull the door shut by pulling on this. So just another item that's free 99 that I took off of a job where I replaced this mechanism was broke, so I replaced it with a new mechanism, and it finally, when I took it apart, I realized, wow, reminds me of you know, of a armrest. Right on, man. Okay, let's get back to the other part. All right, well, so that's what I'm going to do here is I'm going to work on this skin. So what I'm doing here, see if I can get you guys into the camera. Okay, so this portion here is where I had to cut it out because this was a sedan door and it came up. So it came up in this, for the window section. This is where the hinges fit through. So I'll put a filler piece in there. And I ended up making this piece. You can kind of get a bird's eye view there of the shape here. So this, I've got a little bit of video of me putting this together. So this will go and drop in here and be welded in place. I left it a little bit long so I can detail that out. But my hand's in the way there. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better for you without my hand being so much in the way. So what I'm going to do is tack that together. Obviously, I've got to fill the other side in. I've got the other side built up. So once I get that side done, I'll move this level over so I can get a straight on the back side and then straight across the top to fill this section in. I've got these cutouts for the hinges, which you can get an idea here why I cut those out. And maybe you can see that kind of relieved in there for the jamb. So this is sort of kind of the first phase of getting this fitted over there on the other side. It looks like it's going to be pretty dang close, but I'm realizing that I've got to make an adjustment here on this jamb, which isn't expected because I didn't make that jamb to fit a 29 door. I'm making the 29 door now fit that opening. So I'm going to have some areas. Fortunately, I didn't have them on this one. So, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to make an adjustment there on the way the door kicks. So I might have to do a filler piece on that jamb. Probably going to have to. So what I'll end up doing with these jambs is I've got filler pieces to fill these in. What I ended up doing, this is the side. You can see that I end up taking it off. This is about the spot that it sits. I ended up taking this portion off for the height purposes back here on this jamb. And then on the lower part, I take a portion of that off to fit the rocker there. So that worked out pretty good. So that's going to kind of be where I'm going to start at. I'm going to go ahead and fill these holes, fill all these holes in here where the spot welds were. Fill these pieces in, get those cap pieces on, and then I'll start with trying to fit it in that opening. So let me get started on filling all this stuff in, and when I get all that done, I'll get portions of it videoed for you. All right. So yes, it would be that center section right there is what I'm using for the armrest. Well, you can see that it has a little bit where it's sticking out, and I've gone across and punched it down to start that bend. So I'm starting to fabricate the pieces that go on the end of the doors. So I've got that bent over to like a 45, and then I slipped it back just a touch to create that lip. So now I'm in the process of pulling that flap towards us. So I've added that block there. Tapped it into place, and then came back across here with my chisel. Let's go take a look, see how well it works. Pretty good match. All right, we'll move on to the next part. All right, so I've got the pieces welded on, got the holes filled where the old hinges used to go through, a little bit of rusted section here that I've patched up. Took care of these holes. Filled this area in where the lock mechanism went through. Latch. All right, well, on to the next phase, and that will be cleaning the rest of this door, getting this cleaned up, ground down, and I'll be putting the first section on this side of the skin and mounting it to a hinge. So come back next week and we'll get busy again. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Catch you on the next one.